Yo, meathead ass got 5 seconds to like this video. If you don't, then you gonna wake up looking like this nigga for the rest of your life.
Hello, motherfucker.
Well, when you took your boy Diddy. And we back with another reaction video. Man, oh man. We 4 subscribers away, man. Let's clap him. Let's clap him. Come on. We 4 subscribers away, man. 4 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers, bro. Come on, gang. We almost there. If you watching this video and you ain't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Like up the video. Donate if you want to, man. It's free to like and subscribe, though. You ain't gotta donate. It's just an option. You feel me? But yeah, y'all like this video, subscribe, man. 2,000 before away, man. Let's get this video, man. Get me there, man. We got. They underestimated Larry Bird in college. Then he did the impossible. Another Larry Bird banger, man. I seen y'all in the comment section on my last video talking about, yeah, we want you to do more Larry Bird college videos. Do Larry Bird college videos. So I got y'all, man. Like I said, like this video up, man. I'm trying to get 10 likes on this video. Subscribe, man. 4 away from 2,000, man. Follow me on Twitch. Description down below. And yeah, let's get into this video.
Joe Bird. And I got to tell you, the harder I look at what Larry Bird did with an Indiana State team, well, Larry Bird basically picked 4 guys from Terre Haute and said, you guys come out here and let's go try to win the NCAA championship. And I've never seen anything like what Larry did. Larry Bird took them to 33-0. And when you look at what they did, again, I'm going to give, I know what you're talking about, most important. Yeah, I got it, but most important
Michael
or
Jordan lover,
most valuable to one season, man, what Bird did was just off the charts. We've never seen anything like that. It's just hard to go that far.
One more thing, chat. I want to ask y'all. This is a 19-minute video. So do y'all like me pausing throughout the video? Like keep pausing and then elaborating and breaking stuff down? Or do y'all want me to just let the video play all the way through and then get my explanation at the end of the video? Y'all let me know. Let me know.
With that little, and Larry
I'm gonna
Bird
try it on
did
this
so
video. I'm gonna
much
try to
with
let
so
this.
little.
I'm trying to this video play as much through, and then I just break it down and give y'all my point of view and feedback on the video at the end. I'm gonna try it on this one. Let me know if y'all like it.
Indiana State undefeated. They're on to the Final Four.
Larry had to do
2 points
with less. I think, frankly, that Larry Bird getting the 1978-79 Indiana State team to the finals with a 33-0 record is the single greatest personal achievement in the history of college basketball.
Chat. Now that is tough. Now 33-0, undefeated the whole season. That's hard to do.
But one of the greatest college basketball seasons of all time almost didn't happen, because when Larry Bird was a freshman at Indiana University, he dropped out after only 2 weeks on campus. To everyone's surprise, Larry had given up his basketball career and gone back to his hometown of French Lick, Indiana, to become a garbage collector.
Like talk about
Chat, we just did a video on this. If y'all ain't watched that video, click on the channel, man. Watch the video, man.
garbage in French Lick. It takes you about half a day to pick up all the garbage, so that was a very small part. But you know what, Mark? It's a job. I never thought I was too good to do anything. I'd do it today if I had to. But a lot of things were cutting trees down, painting curves, cleaning the streets, laying asphalt. We did everything.
But when Bill Hodges, the head coach of Indiana State, went to French Lick to meet Larry Bird for the very first time, he said one thing to Larry that struck a nerve so hard that it made Larry change his mind from being a garbage collector to being a cold-blooded killer on the court. And Larry's first victims were Indiana State's starting 5.
You know, when I got to Terre Haute, Bob King, he asked me what I knew about players in the state. And when Larry was a junior, he wasn't very big then. He was about 6'3", but I guess he's grown quite a bit since then. I saw him play in the All-Star game. That he's really good. He said, well, let's go get him. And I got a hold of a kid that had played high school ball. He was a senior when Larry was a junior. He was one of Larry's best friends. He went home.
Cat. It's currently, what's today? June 27th? It's currently June 27th, man. My birthday in 3 days, but they outside lighting fireworks, gang. Like, It's only June 27th. And then I live in Ohio, bro, and they ban fireworks in most cities. So I don't know, man. Me and my people, we lighting fireworks. I don't care. We lighting fireworks, but it's June 27th, bro. Wait till at least July, bro. Come on, gang.
Home and talked Larry to coming up there to visit, and I think he had Kevin Carnes with him and 2 or 3 other kids, and they came out and played against our best 5 players, and they wore their jeans. I tried to give him a pair of shorts.
He played in jeans?
Where he wouldn't wear them. And they went out and just whooped our guys in their blue jeans.
That's crazy. I ain't know that,
Chad. They wore them out.
This mentality is one of the rare traits that only a select few of the all-time greats had. And when Kevin Pritchard, who played 6 years in the NBA, was asked about his most memorable experience, Larry Bird's mentality was at the top of the list.
Pritchard with 1 second. He'll pop.
Buzzer beater.
It counts.
Buzzer beater.
Kevin Pritchard, as if he knew it all along.
Well, I mean, I played for the Celtics and Larry Bird. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Pritchard.
Seeing him on a daily basis, seeing how he saw the game, how it came so easy, and how just such a masterful player he was. I think the thing you know about Larry is that he's ultimately super confident, right? I mean, he knows he's going to make the shot, and okay. And I kid with people all the time about that, and I try to explain how I see it, how his confidence is. And I think the way I would explain it is this. If aliens were coming down to the earth and they said, listen, we're going to give you 1 shot to make 1 free throw, or else if you make it, the earth goes on living. You miss it, we destroy the earth. The thing I would do is I would hand the ball to Larry Bird. Larry would make the free throw, and he'd go, where are we going for lunch?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
And I don't.
That's cold-blooded, chat. Who would y'all pick to shoot that free throw? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I'm picking either Larry Bird, LeBron James, or Michael Jordan. It's out of them 3.
I don't know how he does that, but he's just got this ability to take all the clutter, all the noise out, and just play basketball or see basketball. And to me, that's a special talent. Everybody tries it. I'll give you another example. We go down to his ranch and we throw beanbags, cornhole toss, right? Mm-hmm. And the guy is world class, and he turns into he just kind of plays for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it gets close. He becomes, I'm telling you, I would put him against anyone in the universe at doing it, because he'll go 4 in a row, and I don't know how he can turn that on like he does. It's an amazing gift that he's been given, and you know what? To be honest with you, he takes full advantage of it too.
Yeah,
he's one of those kind of guys to me that whatever his ceiling is and whatever he does, he's going to hit it.
And as soon as Larry Bird stepped on a college basketball court, his opponents could already tell that Larry Bird was just on another level. Like the first time when Bill Lynch, as a senior at Butler University, played Indiana State when Larry Bird was just a sophomore.
This is true. My senior year, we played him twice. We were playing Indiana State home and home back in those days. And he was a sophomore, and he just beat our brains out, to tell you the truth. The very first time we played him, it was like one of the first time possessions down the court, and I got switched off.
3-point line.
So the ball goes up. I went to block him out, like fundamental, and the ball came off, and I remember going up to get it, and the next thing I know, I saw this big arm come over the top. He slammed that ball down so hard, I think the ball hit the floor, came up and hit me underneath the chin. I bit my tongue. I turned around, and there's 33 running the other way, and that was probably his first 2 of 40-some that night. But he was, looking back at it, though, I think we even knew that night we left. We played against a guy that's as good as you could ever play against. And scouting reports back in those days weren't quite the way they are today. It was a little bit of, you went in before the game, and the coach says, okay, Lynch, you got 25, and Burris, you got 32, and we were just playing man-to-man defense. And we went through the season. Then our last college basketball game, my final game I played at Butler, it was at Hinkle, and it was Larry Bird and Indiana State coming back in. And so we were ready for him that night. he got 47 on us that night. And
You said you were so-called ready for Larry Bird, right? But you let him drop 47. How'd you ready for somebody and still let him drop 47? That means you, your coach, the starting five, the bench players, all y'all was preparing for Larry Bird, but couldn't beat him. Come on, gang. Yeah. Larry must have just been that different. I don't know, because I don't got nothing to say.
he could have scored 70. Of course, that was back before the three-point shot. But we played against a lot of really good players, but there was no one like Larry. I mean, he was so good, and
too good.
He could do anything he wanted on the court.
That day, Larry Bird, as a sophomore, set Indiana State's single-game scoring record against Butler. This record only lasted for 2 years, because on February 25th, 1979 versus Wichita State, Larry Bird broke his own record and set a mark that has not been broken for 45 years and counting.
A 6'9.5" senior from Flint, Indiana, Larry Bird.
It's crazy,
This is the first time that Indiana State Sycamores have ever been on national television. And are they ready? They think they're number one. And they hope to prove today by remaining undefeated that they are number one. That's the man, Larry Bird. Galosinski. The jump against Gilbert and Bird controls. Feeds off the call. Next to goal.
He had the best hand-eye coordination, maybe, of anybody that ever played basketball. And that's why he was so good with his anticipation, both offensively and defensively.
Zip up. Larry Bird. No goal. There you saw the passing ability of Larry Bird, supposed to be the best passing forward in basketball in some time.
But even though Larry Bird was the best passing forward in college basketball, instead of putting on a passing clinic, he decided to put on a shooting one.
He's having quite a game. He's that ball.
Backdoor, up and under.
Goes up and puts it in. Get out your calculators, men. Yes, they won it. Larry Bird off the backboard.
glass.
Getting into gear now. Bird from the corner. Is he the best collegiate player in the country? Many people say
wide open. You can't even tell what a three-point line is.
He didn't think he could do on the basketball floor. Our game plan was to get the ball in his hands as much as possible, and he made good things happen.
Bird almost lost that ball out of bounds.
Oh.
Now takes a shot.
Bro,
Things happen.
this man Larry Bird dang that out of bounds. I don't know what his defender thought he was gonna do. Like, you thought he passed it, shot it? What you thought? Either way, you got it fooled, son. Like, look,
Lost that ball
who would you run into? Who would you run into?
out of bounds. Now takes a shot.
And I would have counted that a three-pointer too.
There's one in your face.
Wasn't even on three-point line.
Here's where you catch Larry Bird. Watch him put the ball in the face there, take it in the face, then now watch him shoot it. Unbelievable. You know how far away that is? That's in left field.
By halftime, Larry Bird already had 22 points. But just imagine if he had a three-point line to go with it.
This day, they go undefeated. They win their 26th in a row.
Imagine.
Larry Bird from way outside. Oh.
Unbelievable outside shooter.
Indiana State has scored in spurts. Oh, here's a long one again. Oh.
Bird, the truth, man.
It seems that the further out he is, the more high percentage he puts the ball in.
It's college Bird, too.
Look out. That's what happened.
Fresh off the couch.
39 points by my count.
And as Indiana State started pulling away, everyone knew that they were witnessing something special.
Bird comes up with it, puts it up, and it is good. Well, he's got 41 points already. He's putting on quite a display. Nix shooting high. Bird is there.
Put back.
There are the statistics on Larry Bird.
45 points. 17 rebounds? 15 40-point game? Oh, man.
Points, and he'll have an
Oh,
all-time
man.
high. And he would have saved it for national television when his team is on.
There's somebody out there that's unforgettable, unbelievable, unselfish, and unstoppable. And I don't know who it is, but I think that person will receive the most valuable player today.
We'll think about it. Well, let's say we've got it. Larry Bird, $1,000 comes to Indiana State in his name. It's in one of many commendations he'll have before his collegiate and professional careers are over.
Student body wants Larry Bird to have the ball.
He's got the ball. He's got the shot. He's got the Larry Bird with 49 points, an all-time record.
And to think, Larry Bird, one of the greatest players of all time, almost gave up his basketball career before it even started. But what exactly did Coach Bill Hodges say to Larry Bird the day they met to make Larry change career paths and play basketball at Indiana State? Well, I'll let Bill Hodges tell you exactly how it went down.
Let's listen to Bill Hodges,
2 days
man.
after I was in Terre Haute, we went to French Lick. And everybody had tried to recruit him, but nobody had been able to get very far with him. He had kind of a bad taste in his mouth. He didn't know what he was going to do, though. And we found his high school coach, so he took us over to meet Larry, and Larry wasn't there, and his mom said, "You coaches are just driving him crazy. Why don't you just go away and leave him alone?" Bam, she closed the door. Gary said, "Wow, I can't, she must have had a bad day because she's normally real nice."
But one slam door wasn't enough to stop Bill Hodges, so he drove around French Lick, Indiana, until he could find Larry Bird himself.
So we drove around town and took Gary back. He said, "If you come back in a couple of days, I'll round Larry up and you can get to talk to him." Dan said, "Well, let's go back to Terre Haute." I said, No, I'm from Zionsville. Zionsville's about the same size as French Lick. We're going to find Larry." I said, "You know, hey, there aren't too many places you can hide a 6'8" guy in a town like this."
No,
and we drove around for a while, and I made a right turn and started down the street, and we were passing a laundry where you go in and wash your clothes.
Yeah.
And here comes this big blonde kid out of there, and I said, "There he is, right there." And I pulled in. He said, "You think?" I said, "There can't be two of them in this town." And got out and introduced myself. He wouldn't shake hands because he had been working on his truck, and he was carrying a basket of clothes, and he put it in the car, and you know, I started talking to him about, you know, we'd like to talk to you about Indiana State. And he said, "Well, I'm busy working on my truck right now. I just don't think I have time right now." And his grandmother, she heard me talking with him. So she come around there and she said, "Larry, these nice fellows were, you know, they took their time to drive all this way to see you. Invite them up to the house for some iced tea."
See, chat, hold
Granny,
up.
I'm working on my...
Hold on, 1 second, chat, 1 second. 1 second, golly. Bernardo, chat, see? Grandma always knows what's best, son. Like, y'all know how them grandmas be, though. Like, if you got a real, like, supportive grandma that you had in your life and she passed away now, but you know how she was, bro. Like, your grandma, you'll be in a whole different mood, mad, angry at the world, but you got something going on. Your grandma tell you to do something, you gonna do it, gang. You gonna do it, no matter what. That's grandma, gang. At the end of the day, that's granny. You listen to grandma, no matter what. His grandma told him to listen to them coaches, take him up to the house for some tea, and that's what he did.
Truck, Larry? And that was all there was to that. He didn't say anymore.
Feel me?
So we followed him up there, and she fixed his tea, and we sat and talked with him.
This golden opportunity was almost ruined by Bill's assistant, because what he didn't know was, just like on the basketball court, Larry Bird was not above doing the dirty work.
We kept talking, and he was telling us about working for the city. I said, "What do you do?" He said, "Well, you know, each day of the week is different. You know, we paint the curbs one week, and we might pick up dead limbs and maybe plant flowers or in the parks on Tuesday, and then we do this Wednesday, and on Thursday we pick up garbage." I said, "Do you drive the truck?" He said, "Hell no, Sam drives the truck. I work on the back." and you know, it kind of kept going there, and so Stan had kind of said, "Well, you want to work on a garbage truck the rest of your life?" And Larry kind of looked over and said, "I kind of like the job." And I knew that wasn't making him happy. So I said, "Stan, let's go. We got to get out of here." And let Larry get back to work on his truck.
Luckily, Bill Hodges was there to redirect the conversation, because if he wasn't, Larry Bird may have been content being a garbage collector for the rest of his life. Because out of all of the coaches and the recruiters that tried to get Larry to come to their school, Bill Hodges was the only person to connect with Larry, because they were both from small towns and had a lot in common. But then Bill said something to Larry that woke up a sleeping giant.
You know, we talked about playing AAU ball, which both of us had, and we talked about baling hay, and that's what he did during the summer. That's all I did during the summer, and we had a lot in common. Small towns, and just we knew each other. I was talking about recruiting. We had to have a point guard, and he said, "Well, you ought to get Kevin Carnes." He said, "My cousin Kevin Carnes, he was a senior when I was a junior. He said if he had gone to college, he'd have been a great player." And I looked at him and I said, "Larry, if you don't come and go to Indiana State with us, that's what they're going to say about you one day."
Damn.
And boy, that's the first time he looked me in the eye all day. And I knew
you knew how to get his attention.
And when Bill Hodges came back to French Lick 2 days later and knocked on Larry Bird's door, Larry's mother answered again. But this time, she was singing a completely different tune.
We headed back to Terre Haute, and I got all the papers that we needed to get signed and filled them out and addressed the envelope to Indiana. And 2 days later, I drove down there and knocked on the door. His mother answered the door. She said, "Oh, come in, Coach. It's good to see."
Had a different tone.
Wow, is this a different reception? And Larry said, "How do you know I was going to sign? How do you know?" I said, "Well, if you're an intelligent kid, and this is the intelligent choice to make. So all you have to do is sign right here, and I'll mail it for you." And he signed it, and the rest is history.
Larry Bird went on to have one of the greatest college careers ever. And as a senior, he led a relatively unknown Indiana State team to a 33-0 record and a berth in the national title game, prompting some
Magic Johnson
experts to say that Larry Bird was the greatest college player of all time.
Reed gets it to Heaton.
A lot of people say Kareem was too, chap.
The clutch left hand. He made it. 1 second to go. Second time he did it. Time is over. Game is over. Bob Heaton keeps Indiana State undefeated. They're on to the Final Four.
Larry had to do more with less. I think, frankly, that Larry Bird getting the 1978-79 Indiana State team to the finals with a 33-0 record is the single greatest personal achievement in the history of college basketball.
I hear what you're saying about Kareem. I'm actually old enough. I got to watch Wilt Chamberlain play college basketball at Kansas, and it was the same impact where he was just unstoppable. But Shannon, you grew up a fan of one Larry Joe Bird. And I got to tell you, the harder I look at what Larry Bird did with an Indiana State team, well, Larry Bird basically picked 4 guys from Terre Haute and said, you guys come out here and let's go try to win the NCAA championship. And I've never seen anything like what Larry did. Larry Bird took them to 33-0. And when you look at what they did, again, I'm going to give, I know what you're talking about, most important. Yeah, I got it. But most important or most valuable to one season, man, what Bird did was just off the charts. We've never seen anything like that. It's just hard to go that far with that little. And Larry Bird did so much with so little.
I'll just have to say now, everybody's got their favorite player and everything, but there's no question at all who it was the best player in NBA basketball. There is no doubt. And it's Larry Bird. I don't care. I'm prejudiced, maybe, but I mean, all-around player. Now, I don't think anybody will ever be like him.
Hey, man, Mondu said it best. She said he was the best college basketball player of all time. She might have said best basketball player of all time. Who knows, though, man? How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about it? Let me know in that comment section down below. If y'all enjoyed, hey, hold on. Before I end it, let me tell you how I think about this, what I thought about this video game. Woo! That man Bird is cold, man. And shout out to that coach that didn't give up with the first time they visited him to try to recruit him. And then the other coach, he was a bonehead, gang. He was about ready to give up on Larry Bird. But the main coach, oh no, he said, we're going to get Larry Bird, gang. We're going to go look for him around the town. We're going to look for him. They looked for him, they found him, and they hit diamond. They hit platinum on him. So, hey, man, shout out to that coach. Y'all like this video, try to get 10 likes on the video. Subscribe, man. We're 4 away from 2,000 subscribers. Hit that sub button. Turn notifications. I know when I post videos. Follow me on Twitch. Switch down below. And yeah, catch y'all boys in the next video. I'm gone.